Hello, and welcome to the Empowered by Design podcast. I am so excited to be here with you today. This was not planned, but I had this strong urge, strong message to come on and record, strong messages to talk about. And we are going to be talking about planting the seeds of change, planting the seeds of change. So a little bit of a background. I have a lot of energy this morning, lots of excitement and anticipation as well. We're going to get into a little bit of that. So it is the energy right now of the full moon in Aries. And the other night, I sat with the full moon. It was the night of the full moon. So we're still in that energy of the full moon as you're hearing this podcast episode. And I had a day that I was kind of like, a little bit melancholy at times. And I felt the urge, I usually am like, yes, I can't wait to go dance with the full moon. And my energy was a little lower that day. And so I was walking gingerly to sit with the full moon this time. I was sitting with the full moon rather than dancing with her. And that's okay. Sometimes we sit, sometimes we dance, and we go with it. That was where my energy was. And I sat. Oh, I just love the space that I have at my home, in my backyard. It is a beautiful space full of nature. The trees, we commune, we talk, we chat, we sit with each other. There were some animals scurrying a little bit. A little bit part of me was like, okay, like, I don't know what's out here. Sometimes there's maybe some danger. And I just found a spot where the beautiful, bright, full moon was all full in its beauty, right through the trees. So I had a little clearing. It was so gorgeous. I did not take a picture because I can never get a really good picture of the full moon with my phone. And part of it was closing my eyes and just feeling the energy of presence and feeling the ground underneath me, the grass and the air against my skin, and the little whisper of the trees blowing in the breeze. And I said, what is the message, right? So I'm there with nature, with God, with source, for me, just being present and tapping into divinity. And the message came, you are planting seeds of change. And I went, what? What? No, I'm not. I don't want to plant seeds of change anymore. I've been planting seeds of change for so long. It's harvest season, right? It's fall. I'm supposed to be harvesting the manifestations and seeing the fruits of all the labor and I was fighting this message, planting seeds of change. And I sat again and was just fighting this message. And it just kept coming. You are planting the seeds of change. You are planting the seeds of change. And so I reflected, and it's ironic because just the week before, at our last illumination circle with Jess, our sexy girl yoga circle, we pulled cards, and we pulled from my favorite deck, which I have it here, the Wild Unknown Archetypes. I pulled, and the card that I got was the seed. And I had a very similar reaction, like, what? This is planting. Planting is boring. Sometimes I get a little bit like bratty. My treasure friend Reagan calls it bratty. And I was like, I don't want to keep planting. I want to see the bloom, see the harvest. And we can't force it. We can't fight it. And so I just allowed that message to come through. And Elizabeth, you are seeing you are seeing the bloom. You are seeing the manifestations. And I took some time to reflect back on some of the things that have come through, manifestations that have come through, experiences that have come through in my life, in my personal life, professional life. And I was able to find so many celebrations. Once you give gratitude and you're like, oh yeah, and I did this and this happened and we went here and it was beautiful. And I remember, oh, this is so fun, right? So like I was able to very much see the blooms of all the seeds that have been planted previously, and then really be able to sit with this message of planting seeds for change. And that is the message I'm sharing with you. So let's take that breath. Let's do a little energy check-in, a little energy inventory as you are here with me in this time, in this space, hearing my experience, and also tapping into your own. So I invite you to really get present in this moment. If you're not driving and it's safe to do so, I invite you to close your eyes and just notice the, as I said, close your eyes, I heard a sound. I'm like, okay, let's notice what's going on around us. Notice the things that our senses are tapping into. Notice what's happening in our bodies. I don't know if you can hear it, but my stomach is grumbling. I was so excited to talk to you. I didn't eat my breakfast yet. So my stomach is saying, you better eat a little bit. What's happening in your mind? What are some thoughts, ideas on your mind, emotions that you're carrying with you today in this time, in this moment? And what is there in your soul and in your spirit? Energy. What celebrations can you notice, give gratitude for today? What seeds of change are you planting? Whew, I love that. I love that. Sometimes we receive, we experience things in life that call us to pause and reflect and say, is this what my life is supposed to be looking like? Is this the purpose, the passion, the mission? And I'm here with you in that energy. And it's important for us to take the time to recognize what needs to be changed. What seeds of change are we planting? What seeds of change are you planting today? Could be career, could be relationship, could be health and wellness, love. We love love here. Identity, passion, journey, soul. What is your soul communicating to you? So I was sharing that then with my friend Angie, who you know, Angie Alchemist, and I was telling her about my little chat with the moon and talking about just life in general. And then last night, as I was scrolling, I came across a little message that I'm going to share with you. It was supermoon in Aries, October 7th. That was when the full moon happened. Also my niece Cece's 11th birthday. Happy birthday, Cece. Supermoon in Aries. This super full moon is all about liberation. Now is a supercharged seeding time for anything new. I read that and I'm like, what? Here's that seed, planting that seed. Aries is a sign of marshaling energies toward a single point of focus. This creates the sense of birth and a new beginning. Oh, I love that. I love that. I love that. Needing this message today. This is the time for action and courage, not anger or blame. Okay, that was absolutely for me. I can get angry and frustrated at times when I'm not sure what's happening, when there's uncertainty. Seize the moment. Listen and act on inner guidance in the present moment. The best is yet to come. Oh, I love it, love it, love it. This is from Healing Energy Tools. I found that on social media, and I took a screenshot, sent it to Angie. I'm like, look, it really is. The messages all around. And then right now I'm shuffling up the cards because it's been a while since we've done our own little card pull with each other. As you know, right, there's change happening here. We are ending this podcast as we know it. And it's happening. I had a sense of knowing that it was the right thing to do. And even though it's sad and it's uncertain and it's like, what? We're ending? I'm continuing to get the messages of this is the right thing to do. So I got a call from a friend this morning, or a text. Can we chat? I want to pick your brain professionally. And she talked all about being in this crossroads. So I'm going to share this story with you because this may help you understand your crossroads as well. She's recognizing it's time for her to move on. She's been planning and wanting and dreaming about a career move to a different place, a different stepping out on her own. And she has a great job. It's secure and she loves it. And then there's aspects of it that she feels like she has outgrown. And there are aspects of it that feel like it's time to end. And it was just the perfect call. It really helped me think, yes, this is a message that people need to hear, right? It's a message that I'm getting, and you know how I love sharing the messages that I receive with you here. And she's just like, I'm scared to do it. I really want to, but and then there's aspects of what happens when I leave my job? What if there's unfinished business happening at my job? And I really built something amazing there. And what's going to happen when I leave? What if it's a different vision? Right. And one of the first things I said to her was, unfinished business will always be around. And it doesn't mean that it's your business to finish, right? There, you've built such an amazing, amazing program, an amazing energy, an amazing place where you are now. And there's this part of you that's wanting to step out and plant the seeds. The seeds are already planted for her. She's been planting these seeds, right? When we look back, we're like, oh, we've been planting seeds. No matter the season, we're doing some form of planting and harvesting. I'm a tangent. I did type into ChatGPT after the seeds of change kept coming, and I'm like, but it's harvest time. And it did say, this is what ChatGPT told me, that even during harvest time, some of the seeds of the harvest fall back to the earth and are planted. Isn't that beautiful? So thank you, ChatGPT. I like to give credit where credit is due. So she's been planting seeds, and it is time for her to move on in her life, in her career, in her professional goals. And it's scary. And I said, you're doing it right. You're doing it informed. You're asking people for guidance. You are listening to your intuition, and we're here to support you. You have me, you have all your friends, you have lots of people. And it just came this important question about change and planting seeds for change. So I shared with her, when I changed my job from moving from a very stable job where, I received a paycheck, I was working for someone else, I was working for a company, I was working in correctional psychology, and I knew that my dream was to be on my own in this psychological practice. It was scary. But there were certain things that I did. There was a period of time that I had to sacrifice my time and my energy. Sacrifice meaning I did a lot of work and overlapping the two jobs to not just leave with nothing. So I was planting the seeds for the success of my business while I was still in the present in the business. So I would say the old business now, but at that time it was my current business. And so we plant seeds for change as we are closing down the chapters, as we are making responsible action in line with our goals and our values and our vision, doing it right? So giving the notice and talking with the people about, I can stay and do consulting in this area, but I have to leave this position, right? So I'm talking about my friend now. And so it's just a beautiful message. And I wanted to share it with you. And also to do a card pool, to add in, there's some more inspiration to come. So we are planting seeds of change. And we are tapping into what else is here in this energy. So again, I'll take that breath. I'll invite you to take the breath and call into your mind the seeds of change you are planting, the gratitude, the celebrations of the manifestations that you have been enjoying and seeing in your life. And where are you going? Where are we going? We may not have the clear vision, but we have aspects of it. But we do know, and this can be hard for me, this single point of focus that you heard in this message that I shared from social is that single point of focus is very, very helpful. And for me, there are fun things happening. We are launching the newest program here, the Lovers Intensive, a program for couples, which I will talk more about in the future. But we have lots of celebrating to do. We love our circles here, the inner circle, our illumination circles, our mental health treatment, our group work that we do. And even though this is closing this podcast, we are planting the seeds for change. So, as you know, as we do with our card pools, we are calling in our intuition. We are calling in spirit messages from our spirit team, our guides, our angels, our connection with the collective unconscious divinity. And I invite you to bring into your mind that question or something you are seeking clarity on. For me, I love to today think about those seeds of change that I am planting and to get a little bit of excitement potentially around them. We put the beautiful sphere of protection and love and light around us to recognize that everything we talk about, everything we pull in here comes from a place of light and love for our highest good. Dun, 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 dun. From the Wild Unknown Archetypes, the Creator. I love this. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I have so much to say about this card. Look at this beauty. So if you're listening, not watching, the Creator card is number 22. In the center of the card is a hand holding a paintbrush, and the hand, it looks like there's a silhouette around it. The backdrop is black in that center circle. And then surrounded by that black center circle is a burst of beautiful rainbow light. And that beautiful burst of rainbow light is surrounded or cushioned in black as well, black and white. All the colors, the reds, the pinks, the orange, yellow, green, blue, violet, indigo, the light blue, everything. Oh, I love this. The creator. So I invite you to think of or recognize what you thought of. The creator, I thought of God. I thought of myself as a creator, which is ironic because my friend Angie and I have talked about how we love creating. And one of the things we are learning to become better at is talking about and offering and selling the things that we create as business owners and creators. You can, if you're just keep creating and you don't put the energy and the effort into telling people about the beautiful creations that you have, whether that's tangible products or the services that you offer, people aren't going to enjoy the beauty. Look at the beauty of this card, the beauty of the things that we create. And that we have the energy, we share in this energy of loving the creative process. And that lights us up and we get dopamine hits from creating. And it's like on to the next creation. What's next? What's next? What's the next thing I'm going to create? And we have been intentional to make intentional effort to also, in the process of creating, share our creations and talk about them, market them, sell them, dispense them far and wide so that our creations that we create are meaningful and we're sharing the love. Share the love. Okay, I'm going to read for you, for us, the message, the artist, the alchemist, of course, the innovator, the creator. The first archetype in the trio of existence is not intimidated by darkness or by lack. They know that from the void, creation inevitably emerges. With meager, minimal, and outlandish materials, the creator reveals a new image. They make the empty room resonate with healing sounds. They generate bounty from the seed that others tossed away. There's that seed. Though generative, this archetype annihilates preconceived notions of what is possible, leaving unexpected openings in the wake of its destruction. Wow. The creator does this by first being absolutely present to what is, not imagining or wishing things were different. And second, by trusting that a force greater than themselves awaits constant collaboration with each human soul. Oh, I love that. I love that. Whether we call it nature, God, goddess, Shakti, or divinity, it remains nameless. It is the creator's lifelong companion. Yes, 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 yes. I love it. Oh my gosh. I love it. When light, curious, playful, open, and surprising. When dark, loses spark, feels burdened. Whew. Yes, 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 yes. What does this card, what does this message, creating, planting seeds of change, never losing, I won't lose, the creative spirit. I love to create. I am with walking hand in hand, spirit and spirit with God, with creating, with the creative process, trusting and being present. Be present. Let's be present. That is what we have. We have the present moment. And that is it. That is it for today. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much for joining me. I would love to hear what comes up for you around this. DM me on Instagram, wherever you find me. Tell me your thoughts, your reactions to planting the seeds of change, sitting in the power of the present moment, creating. When we're planting, we are creating opportunity, possibility, beauty, sustainability, life, vibrancy, dreams. I am planting the seeds of my continued vision. And you are doing it too. Woo! I'm so excited to be here with you. I'm so excited to connect with you here. Thank you, thank you, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. If you're watching, and please share this episode, this inspiration, this message of excitement, opportunity, and spark of courage that we all need. We all need, and it's helpful to share it with others. I thank you so much for being here, and I look forward to connecting with you again next time. Take care.